Iran says it is close to reaching an agreement with Oman over arrangements for shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, but Tehran says the deal alone would not be enough to reopen the strategically important waterway. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Aragchi said Iran and Oman were very close to an agreement on a new shipping route through the strait. However, he said reopening the waterway would depend on other conditions, including compensation from the United States. Iran's secretary of its top national security body, Mohammad Bakr Zalqadr, listed these include an end to U.S. threats against Iran, an end to what Iran describes as aggression against Iran and its allies in Lebanon, Palestine, Yemen, and Iraq, the lifting of the blockade and sanctions on Iran, and the release of Iranian assets. Oman said negotiations with Iran over arrangements for shipping through the Strait of Hormuz were positive and constructive. Oman also condemned what it described as repeated attacks on vessels transiting the strait, while stopping short of assigning blame. Aragchi said the previous shipping traffic separation scheme through the strait was no longer acceptable to Tehran. Iran is discussing a temporary route with Oman while technical and legal issues surrounding a permanent route are resolved. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian said he believed the current moment was the best time to reach an agreement. He said there was cohesion, strength, and unity in Iran and described the country as victorious and powerful in the war. The developments come as tensions continue around shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. The United Arab Emirates said Iran had attacked a carrier affiliated with the UAE state oil company with a missile while it was transiting the strait. No injuries were reported. The UK Maritime Trade Operations Monitor also reported that a vessel had caught fire after being hit by an unknown projectile. The fire was extinguished, and there was no reported environmental impact. Iranian authorities did not immediately comment on the incident. The United States has repeatedly indicated in recent weeks that an agreement to reopen the strait could be close, although Iran has previously denied that talks were taking place. A U.S. official told Reuters that once a deal is announced to restore commercial shipping without impediments, the United States would lift its blockade of Iranian ports. The official said U.S. actions would be tied to Iran implementing its commitments. U.S. Central Command said it had allowed more than 30 ships through for humanitarian aid since the current blockade began. It also said U.S. forces had turned away 53 ships, disabled 2 vessels and boarded 2 others. Meanwhile, food and other basic necessities have become more expensive in Iran since the conflict began in February. President Pezeshkian blamed the United States for difficulties importing basic goods. Iran's Revolutionary Guard said reopening the Strait of Hormuz depends on Washington accepting Iran's conditions and is separate from the negotiations between Iran and Oman. The Strait of Hormuz is a major energy shipping route and carried a fifth of the world's oil and gas shipments before the war. Iran has used the hostilities to justify charging a toll on oil tankers and has fired on ships attempting to cross the strait without its permission. The disruption has affected global shipments, causing energy prices to rise and contributing to inflation. Earlier this week, sources told Reuters that a proposed Iran-Oman deal could give Tehran control over ships entering the Gulf through the strait. This would represent one of the biggest concessions yet to Iran. However, U.S. officials have repeatedly said they would not agree to Iran controlling access to the world's most important trade route for energy supplies. It remains unclear whether the latest negotiations will result in a lasting agreement or lead to the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz.
مسیر موقت داریم صحبت میکنیم تقریبا به نتیجه خیلی نزدیک هستیم. تعیین این مسیر بین ایران و عمان لزوما به معنی باز شدن تنگه هرمز نیست، اون تابع شرایط دیگری هم هست. باید موارد نقض یادداشت تفاهم که از سوی آمریکا صورت گرفته یک به یک جبران بشه. وضعیت حاضر من به صراحت عرض بکنم نتیجه نقض یادداشت تفاهم توسط آمریکا هست. آمد باید حتما جابجا بشه. ما در حال مذاکره هستیم برای یک TS. روی مسیر موقت داریم صحبت میکنیم تقریبا به نتیجه خیلی نزدیک هستیم. روی نقشه های این مسیر که توسط نیروهای مسلح تهیه شده داره کار صورت میگیره. بین نیروهای دریایی دو کشور مذاکرات شده و جزئیاتش هم در حال انجام هست و من فکر میکنم که خیلی نزدیک بتونیم این مذاکرات رو جمع بندی بکنیم.